Okay, now what we're going to do here is we're going to fillet the fish here. The principle of filleting this Asian carp is pretty much the same principle of any other fish. There is no more complication. It's just very simple. You put the blade of the knife among the dorsal bones, and then you kind of work your way through, and then you go here with a rib cage bones right here, and I want to show you. And there is not much meat really between the rib cage and the skin, so what you can do is cut the skin through here, because the meat, just like any other fish, is located really right here on that part, against the dorsal bones. So here you're having now an incredible fillet. Now I want to point out one thing about this particular fillets here, is that the meat is extremely beautiful. I mean, and the smell, I know you guys can smell it, but trust me on that, it's very clean. It does not have that fishy smell, and it does not have that color where you kind of wonder if the fish is good. So now what I'm going to do is to skin the fillet. So it's simple. You take a fillet knife and you go against the skin, and just like any other type of fish, you just have to go along the skin, and this is what you have here now. So here's the skin, which you don't do much about it, but throw it away. And here you have your fillet right here. So as you can see, there is a little bit of silver skin here. You can leave it, because really if you cook it, it's easier when it's cooked, but you can remove it, you know, real quickly, and then it's over with. But the thing is the blood vein right here. This is where you want to kind of remove it, just like any other fish. And don't go too much deeper, but just remove a little bit of it, and then you get yourself just an incredible, beautiful piece of fish. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the cooking part. Okay, ready. Now what we have the fillet, I've split them in two. Again, you season your fillet, you know, with the seasoning you like. I use the Tony Sachi here in Louisiana. It's excellent, but you can use salt, pepper of your choice, and this is done right here. Simple. The most important part of cooking a fish is to literally have it fresh. A little bit of olive oil, and what I'm going to do, the same amount of olive oil and the same amount of butter. Marry the two. Excellent mix. Great flavor combination. So we're going to mix that too, and then we're going to add a little bit of wine.
What's this mess? You get clean after this mess.
Okay. Okay, now you have the olive oil melted with the butter nicely. What you're going to put is a piece of fish right there. So we're going to just cook that part of it, you know, first, and then we'll show you how you can make a nice meal out of this beautiful piece of a silver fin. Now let's talk about the fish itself. The problem with this fish and why it's not been popular, it's because the name Asian carp, and the number two things is that it's an invasive species. So what we did is to first change the name so people will have a better, easier understanding that it is a good fish. And it is a good fish. I'm going to demonstrate that pretty easily in the next few minutes. So we call it silverfin, and that was not an easy thing to do. I can definitely assure that. You cannot name a fish with a name that is affiliated with any other type of fish species. So you got to go to international and national regulator. It's not an easy thing to do, but we achieved of doing that. And with silverfin, Now we're having a new fish here, and you will see that that fish deserves a new name. It really does, because it is just so beautiful. So when that's done and you have brown both of the side, what I'm going to do here is to add up a little bit of lemon juice and wine mixed together, and then we're going to bake it. Just simply bake it. Alright? Oh, probably, I would say 15 minutes at the most. Beautiful silver fin fillet, and I'm just going to roll it up into a corn flour. Alright? And then we're going to show you how easy and simple you can fry these pieces. And then we're going to show you and explain to you that there is bones to be aware of. But if you are not afraid of the bones, you can have an incredible fish fry. And I'm going to tell you why you need to have that. So let's just put these into the fire.
You see that chicken?
Alright, now, after a few minutes, let's say probably 4 or 5 minutes, each strip has been fried. Then I'm going to show you how nice this is here. That's the only thing that you have to do. That's a simple. That's what everybody knows, how to fry fish. So that's the easiest possible way to fry fish. Okay? Let's go try it. Alright, let's see how baked silver fin is. It should be ready. Look at this, how beautiful that is. You see? So that's the only thing you have to do is to put it, and within probably 15 minutes time, 350 degrees oven, you get the perfect blend now. And what we're going to do here, just put it on the fire, a little bit of parsley here, a little bit of garlic to give it extra flavor. Very simple, very easy. Okay, make sure that the skillet is always nice and stick it with a towel because it's hot. And then you finish it up with a little bit of lemon juice right here. Okay, so now you have a lemon butter with a little bit of olive oil, garlic, parsley, with a little bit of wine, baked or pan sauteed fish. So let's plate it. Right here. We're gonna get all the pieces right here. And then we're gonna put the sauce over it. Alright. So now we're gonna have now is a beautiful piece of baked fish, little beans on the side, and let's go and try. Okay, I'm over here with my friend Sammy. He owns this restaurant actually, and I want to thank you for letting me use this facility to cook this silver fin. And you never had it before, right?
No, sir.
Never have, huh? So it's going to be a first timer, and this guy's a good friend. He won't lie. Promise?
Promise.
Okay. So let me show you guys first what really this fish after being baked, what it look like when it is baked. You can see how beautiful and white the flesh is. I mean, Sammy, you can smell it here, and you can see how incredible this fish can be. But this is not any different than any other good fish. So the bones, we're gonna come to the bone issue in a minute, but first let's have this guy who first time is gonna try it. He's gonna remove the bone again, but we're gonna talk about that. Go ahead and look at the camera, Sammy, and say
Delicious.
Isn't it?
Very delicious.
Now, we serve tilapia here and all the
Yes.
type of fish. And how would you compare this fish next to the tilapia that...
It is better than tilapia.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that from
I'm
a
serious.
restaurateur.
No, I'm serious.
Oh, well, that's good. I need to look at the camera and say it seriously that it is serious.
It is a good fish.
Well, thank you. So, I'm going to try it myself. I have done that many of times. But again, this is just an incredible fish. The quality is good. And the texture is excellent. Now, let's talk about one issue, is the bones. This fish is extremely bony, and to do this, it'd be easier to remove the bone when it's cooked than trying to remove the bone before you cook it, because that will take an intense work, and I guarantee you most people will give up on it. But there is technique when you can take some strip of meat out, but it is very time consuming. The best way is, I'm going to show you how you fry it, is you cut through it, and then when it's cooked, you break the meat, and just like our father or me as a kid used to do, is we just remove the bone as we eat them. Now, let's get up by the side over here, and let's look at, the fried fish here. Now, as I showed you before, this is simplicity, but look at this. Look at how beautiful the flesh of this meat is. I mean, it is remarkable. It's like almost, I mean, like crab meat pretty much. And what you have to do, it's very simple. When you break it up and you put it into your mouth, you see these don't have no bone, so you can easily try this out. It's like crab meat. It really is. And you have just to be careful on the bone. And just like any other fish, if we are not too spoiled, which we are, then you can adventure yourself on trying to eat fish like that.
Very tender.
And it is, and it's very clean. I mean, really, there is nothing wrong about this fish. Simply the name change and the conception of having an invasive species on the table. But if you take that away and the bone issue, you have probably one of the better fish than you can find on the market nowadays. So if you go run your boat and this fish jump into your boat, remember, can't beat them, eat them.